kiddo. I'm Grandma Goodie, and I'm here to tell you a Bible story. So, the daddy would take the little lamb, and he's just gonna take him out back. So the daddy came back, but he didn't have the lamb. Instead, he had a bull. And God said to him, to turn your house into a safe place, you're gonna take some hyssop, that's like a bushy thing, and you're gonna dip it in the blood of that lamb. And you're gonna smear the blood right across the top and the sides of your door. And then they all had to go inside the house and shut the door so they'd all be safe, because this house with that blood on the doorpost, it's a safe place now. And so let me just put them all in there. Now they're all inside their little house, and we're going to close the door. And so now they're all in there. So God says, while you're in there, you're going to eat roast lamb, and you're gonna get some other things here. You're gonna have some bitter herbs, and like this here. This is ginger root. It is bitter. I don't like the taste of it. Let me show you. This is ginger, and if you just chew a chunk of it, oh, that is bitter. I don't care for it. And then they had to have this special bread. You see, this bread, it looks more like a cracker, because if you have bread that's puffy and fluffy, that's because it has something called leaven in it that makes it puff up, but you have to wait a long time for the bread to rise and get puffy like that. Well, God said to him, you're not going to have time to wait for the bread to rise. You're going to be free, and you're going to be leaving Egypt fast. So you got to have the bread. Just don't even wait for it to rise. Just have no leaven in it. Just have like a cracker. It's good. I like it. It's called the matzah. And anyway, so they're supposed to have this special meal and eat together. Then they weren't supposed to leave any of it till the morning. So after this special meal, God said, now here's special instructions for when you go to bed tonight. I want you to wear your clothes. Don't put on your PJs. You got to be dressed and ready to go. And I want you to sleep with your sandals on your feet. Put them on your feet. Sleep with sandals on your feet. Have you ever slept with sandals? Well, it was a special night and special circumstances. And he also said, I want you to have your walking stick like this. When you're walking and you need a little help, have your walking stick right beside you, because you're going to get up in the middle of the night and escape. And then Moses passed on God's message to him. He said, tonight, in the middle of the night, I am going to bring judgment on the land of Egypt. And he said, when I see the blood, I will pass over you, and the plague will not touch you. When Moses finished speaking and explaining all of this that God was going to do, all the people bowed down and they worshiped God. At midnight, the firstborn male died in every home in Egypt, except those homes that had the blood of the lamb on their doorposts. Death passed over those homes, and they stayed safe. But Moses went back to Pharaoh, and he says, I warned you, let God's people go. And finally Pharaoh said, get out, go ahead, but bless me as you're leaving. And the people of Israel started to head out. Good thing they had their walking sticks and their sandals were on their feet, and they were ready to run. And they headed out toward freedom. And you remember, kiddo, Grandma Goodie loves you, but God loves you more. And don't miss my next story, where Jesus draws a surprising new meaning from the Passover celebration.